Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Resuming the action here at EA Sports, let's go out to the 7th hole and pick up with our featured golfer. Frank, sometimes steady can win the day, especially over 4 rounds.
Yeah, too often we look at a player's best or their worst, but we forget what they normally play like. This is a really good testament to the ability of the player.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Birdie try again here today. Wow, I thought he made that. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Frank, you can see by the reaction, it has been that kind of week. Just a few too many pars. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswork that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8th. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just has the feel today. Frank, the par 4 9th at 452 yards is all you want.
Yeah, you could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
Well, that sets up well for a chance at the green here at the 9th. Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you write a 4 down, you're happy.
I like the looks of this one. Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
Setting up to start the back nine here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front nine, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, just been a really sloppy hole to this point.
Whew, just a barrage of mistakes, really. And, well, the best he can do, really, with a good one is to get away with a bogey, and that's what he's got to think of.
Good-looking shot right here. Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. He'll settle. This hole is playing tough. Bogey here yesterday. Now looking at bogey again. Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
Frank, you know full well this can be a humbling game.
And an embarrassing game.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5 11th at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close. And he goes after it like he is here. Whoa, that is long. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Now the third shot here at the par 5 11. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Settles in over the putt. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. So that is the end of the second round. I can't wait to get back at it tomorrow, Frank.
We got a great leaderboard right now, Rich. So many players in contention. Golf course, there's enough blend of good and hard holes. Really, it's up for grabs.
Presented by EA Sports in association with the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge.
It's fine.
So, Frank, we know that the players petitioned back in the 80s to move the PGA Tour event away from PGA West. It's coming back in 2016. But what did Pete Dye say about golf courses being fair or unfair?
Well, he said it actually, he tried to say it with a chuckle, but he always said that golf's not a fair game, so why build a golf course that's fair?
Do you agree with that?
I do now. I think everything has to align itself together. When you looked at the equipment that the players were using, wooden drivers and balls that spun around, they had trouble on windy days, and these golf courses, they really were brutal. But I think now that the ball goes further, the introduction of the metal-headed driver, the utility clubs, all of those things have made these golf courses really come back into favor again. Look at what Jason Day did in 2015 at the PGA Championship at Whistling Straits on a Pete Dye golf course. That's how you have to play the game now. We have to embrace change.
How difficult is this golf course at PGA West? Well, it was ranked 8th on this year's Golf Digest, America's 20 toughest golf courses. So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a couple of feet. He'll take par and move on. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. That is classy.
Well, a chance of going in.
He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Well, Frank, we came off a hole, the short par 4 12th, where players no doubt were thinking about making birdie. Here, it's a different story. Why?
It is. Well, 13 is always going to be unlucky for some. There's so much water down there on that left side. And the way it sort of laps up to the wooden bulkhead, it looks anything other than a straight shot. And this is where you have to mentally move the flag. You've got to push that flag in your mind's eye to the right side of the green and say, I do not want to go left of that. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
I mean, this skill and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. 14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. Two options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300 yard category, and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Par 4 15th, measuring in at 468 yards. That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Now the approach here at 15.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Not a gimme, but well within his range. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Day 3, and what a tournament this is shaping up to be, Frank.
Quite simply, great weather, great golf, great fans, which is the perfect mix for a golfer trying to win a tournament. The final round, if this is anything to go by, has to just be sensational.